go ahead and get started, and then as others trickle on, they can join in. But hello, everyone, and welcome. We're so glad you're here today for the Advertising Opportunities Essentials Workshop. We're going to walk you through some of the most impactful advertising opportunities available through the Coldwell Banker Global Luxury Program and how they can really help you elevate both your listings and your brand. Please note that cameras and mics are disabled for now, but we will offer a live Q&A at the end of the presentation, and then we'll re-enable all of your mics and cameras at that time so you can ask your questions then. This class is being recorded and will be able to refer back to the recording at a later date, so keep an eye out for that. And then we do have a few housekeeping items to get through before we dive in, so I appreciate your patience through these next few slides. We appreciate you being here since this program is optional and discusses best practices for your consideration. If you're thinking of adopting any of them, please make sure to review the requirements in your region with your manager, including those related to contacting consumers. As a real estate agent, you can tap into AI tools like Microsoft Copilot, which is our recommended tool. It can help streamline tasks and boost efficiency. Remember, AI isn't always spot on, so it is essential you proofread and ensure that the information is accurate because ultimately you are responsible for that content. When using AI-generated content, consider adding a disclosure. Also, stay compliant with copyright laws, ethical standards, and fair housing regulations. Lastly, exercise good judgment, protect confidential information, and review AI-generated content thoughtfully. We do want to highlight the importance of the Telephone Consumer Protection Act, better known as TCPA. The general rules are that it's okay to call people if the person recently gave you their phone number, but remember to check the DNC list regularly if you haven't spoken to that person or contacted the lead in a while. You will also want to check the DNC list anytime you do not have express permission. Automated calling and texting platforms should never be used. Pre-recorded messages and artificial voices should never be used, and you will be personally liable for any violations of the TCPA. And here's how you can access that DNC list. And now with all of that out of the way, we can get into the fun stuff. Again, thank you so much for being here today. As you may all be aware by now, Coldwell Banker Realty has committed to increase support for our luxury business, specifically through the expansion of our luxury marketing team. This expansion is what makes opportunities like this course possible amongst really other great projects that this more robust team is really working on. So with that, I want to introduce our presenters today. I'm Mandy Forbeck. I am the Luxury Marketing Manager for Northern California, Hawaii, and the Northwest. And then presenting with me today is my coworker, Michaela Wright. She's the Luxury Marketing Specialist for those same regions. So we actually work really closely together. We are the team that covers those regions. So we're really excited to work together and share this presentation with you. So in today's workshop, we'll explore how to use advertising to really elevate your luxury listings and your brand visibility. We'll cover tools like WealthEngine, 1 million impressions, and social mirror ads, plus additional digital options and premium media partnerships. Whether you're focused on winning new listings or reaching high net worth buyers or building your visibility, today's session will really show you exactly how to make that happen. So with that said, let's get started. I'd like to kick things off with starting with this foundation. So this is the Global Luxury Marketing Program. This is where everything we're talking about today begins. Coldwell Banker Global Luxury is internationally known for marketing exceptional properties, and this program gives you access to premium platforms, many of which we've negotiated exclusive rates for. So whether you're marketing a new listing or you just want to boost your visibility, this program gives you that reach and credibility that you need. Everything that we're covering today lives inside this brochure, so really think of it as your marketing menu. Now, let's talk about the why. Why is advertising so important in the luxury space? Today's affluent buyers live online. They're scrolling, they're searching and shopping across multiple devices. And if you're not showing up where they are, someone else will be. In fact, 98% of high net worth individuals are online every day, and 85% use at least 3 devices, primarily mobile. A strong digital presence isn't optional anymore, it's essential. The best part of this program, our campaigns consistently outperform the industry average. While most real estate ads see a 0.09 click through rate, ours actually average 0.12 to 0.14%. Now, when I say click through rate, that's the percentage of people who actually click your ad after seeing it. And it's one of the clearest ways to measure campaign success. It showed your ads isn't just being seen, it's sparking real interest with the right kind of buyers. Advertising is more than just exposure. It's about winning the conversation before you've even won that listing. It gives you a reason to talk strategy with sellers early on, and it doesn't take a massive budget. Sometimes it's a $500 or $1,000 ad spend that shows that you're ready with that plan. Advertising helps you do what matters most: win more listings, reach those luxury buyers, and prove ROI and build that credibility. So that now that we know why advertising matters, let's talk about how we make it work smarter and how we target those right buyers. One of the most powerful ways that we do this is through WealthEngine, a data-driven targeting tool that helps you identify exactly who your ideal buyer is and where to find them. WealthEngine is a prospecting platform that gives you access to data on over 100 million US individuals, including real-time lifestyle and wealth indicators. Think net worth, charitable giving, interests, it's all there. If you're a certified luxury property specialist, you get access to this tool at no cost, along with 500 complimentary credits per year to build your own custom list. And the best part, you can use these lists to fuel your digital ad strategy, targeting exactly the kind of buyer who would be interested in your listing. You can also upload your own contacts into WealthEngine to gain those additional insights, turning your database into a more strategic marketing asset. So here's what a WealthEngine profile looks like. You'll see those demographics, those wealth scores, and lifestyle indicators. You can use this data to target by high income zip codes or feeder markets, focus ads where buyers live, not just where the listing is, and then layer lifestyle insights into your messaging. So to help you get the most out of WealthEngine, we have trainings every second Tuesday of the month, and then shorter Q&A sessions on the third and fourth Tuesdays. You can also reach out to us, your Global Luxury Marketing team, anytime if you want to help build a list or crafting that strategy. We're definitely here to support you through all of this. So now, Michaela, outside of WealthEngine, what other targeting could I use as an agent when it comes to digital advertising?
Really good question, Mandy. And that's where our marketing targeting strategies are really going to come in. So, these methods I'm going to cover shortly are really we just want to use to make your advertising smarter and more effective. So, these four main strategies are what we use to really just help maximize every ad dollar and connect with qualified buyers. But let's look a little bit deeply into each one. Let's start with the geographical targeting. We want to start by identifying where your potential buyer is, not just where the listing is. So this means we're targeting feeder markets like New York to Palm Beach or San Francisco to Lake Tahoe, areas where we're consistently seeing that migration pattern. We can also zoom in even further using zip code and neighborhood targeting to reach wealth clusters and high value areas like 90210, for example. We can also expand globally to high interest international markets like Canada, Europe, and Asia. Geolocation is really that first step in identifying where our audience is. Next, we can focus on buyer traits with demographical targeting, things like age, income, net worth, and even home ownership status. But we don't just stop at the statistic data. We can also look at life stage to better understand buyer intent. So, for example, we're seeing parents are often looking for homes near top performing schools, where retirees are often looking for low maintenance homes and lifestyle rich communities. And then we're seeing young professionals are a little bit more drawn to urban smart tech homes. So, for example, a $7 million oceanfront is going to speak more to an older, travel savvy buyer, where a $3 million downtown loft might attract a more younger household. So, we use that demographical targeting to ensure we're hitting the right buyer for that property. But we can even go further than that. We also have lifestyle targeting. Luxury buyers are often making decisions based off of passions and luxury lifestyle, not just price. So that's why we target interest categories like yachting, fine art, equestrian, wellness. So we ensure that we're placing your message on platforms that reflect those passions, like Rob Report or the Elite Traveler. We're trying to create relevance and resonate with your ideal audience and that luxury lifestyle. We can also use behavioral data. So we can see and target users based off of online behaviors, like are they browsing luxury watches online? Are they researching private schools? Are they engaging with high-end travel content? We can use that data to reach audiences who are already signaling interest in that luxury lifestyle and luxury living. And lastly, for those longer duration campaigns, those multi-month campaigns, we can retarget people who've already engaged with your campaign but maybe didn't take action. So maybe they visited your landing page or clicked on your ad but didn't turn into a lead. We can retarget those users, keeping your listing top of mind as those users continue their journey. This approach really just helps build familiarity, trust, and stronger brand recall over time. So together, these four strategies help you show up where your buyers already are. Because in the luxury real estate and the luxury market, it's not about reaching everyone. It's about reaching the right someone. And that's really what turns visibility into value. So now that I covered how we can actually target these buyers, I do want to spend some time and look and see how we can actually reach them. So one of our most signature platforms that I want to go into, as it really takes all four targeting strategies that I just covered into action, which is our 1 million impression campaign. So this campaign guarantees visibility. Your listing will be seen across premium sites like Wall Street Journal, Forbes, and New York Times. Each campaign includes digital banner ads, all designed for your property and its best features, but we can target based off of zip code, income level, lifestyle intent, and we can even use your WealthEngine list to reach those qualified buyers. And these ads don't appear just anywhere. They are placed in trusted, high visibility environments where we know those affluent audiences are already spending most of their time. And this becomes really valuable today, especially in the luxury market where we're seeing inventory sit a little longer. Running a campaign like this will help reignite attention, create new momentum, and show your sellers that you're not just waiting for buyers to come to you, you're actually going out and finding them. And the whole main goal of our impression campaign is to drive that high qualified traffic directly to your listing website or your personal agent website. So having a strong user-friendly site that captures and tracks leads is super important. The ads get them there, but your website does the work of converting that interest into inquiries. But now let's take a look at what those ads actually look like in the wild. These campaigns, as you can see here on my screen, run beautifully. They are designed to blend in with the editorial content. And sellers absolutely love seeing their property featured in spaces like Forbes or the Wall Street Journal. It's an instant wow factor and the moment that really validates their trust in your marketing strategy. And the best thing about the impression campaign is you don't have to start big. The impressions campaign has just a 2-week minimum. So it's a really easy, low risk way for you to test, learn, and see those results and engagement firsthand. But with that said, we always recommend longer campaigns as it does give us the availability for testing and data optimizations. We can run A/B tests. We can run different creatives. We can test different platforms and audience engagements, really just ensuring that we're continuously refining and maximizing your performance month over month. But the best part about the impression campaign is the reporting that it comes with. So once your campaign wraps up, you'll receive a detailed performance report showing impressions, website placements, and engagement metrics, kind of like what you're seeing here on my screen. But this report isn't just a summary, it's actually a really powerful business tool for you. Of course, it is still proof for your sellers, but you can go even further than that. You can drop this report directly in your next listing presentation. It instantly demonstrates that your marketing delivers premium exposure. Most agents can go into a listing presentation saying that they market properties, but you could actually prove it. And it even goes further than that. This report can support your future marketing efforts as well. These reports are going to tell us where audiences are engaging the most by zip code, demographic, or platform. And we can use that data for your own future farming and prospecting efforts. So think of it as having like a roadmap to where you can find your next opportunity. So it's really just not a report for your sellers. It's a credibility piece, a learning tool, and a listing advantage all in one. Because every time you can walk into a listing presentation and show real campaign results, you're not just telling the sellers what you do, you're showing them. You're showing them proof of performance. And that proof is what's going to help you win that next listing. So I know I talked a lot about banner ads, but I do want to move into social media. So if any of you love storytelling through Facebook and Instagram, you're really going to love this next one. So social mirror ads are kind of exactly like they sound. They mirror your organic social post and turn them into clickable ads that appear on thousands of websites and apps, very similar to the reach of the impression program that I just covered. So let's say you posted a great video tour on Instagram or a lifestyle reel on Facebook. Instead of just being limited to your followers and people who are aware of your social presence, that same content can now appear in front of a targeted audience of qualified buyers. And it would all link back directly to your listing website or your personal agent website to ensure you can capture those leads. And the best part of our social media mirror campaigns is they keep your authentic brand voice, but with that extended reach of paid advertising. So unlike organic social posts, you'll actually get reporting. You'll see how many views, clicks, and engagements your ad delivered. Social mirror ads are really just a great option for those who already are leaning heavily into video content, which we always recommend investing in high quality videos, especially in the luxury market. But also, this is great for anyone who's already really active on social media and has a really strong social presence, but want to gain that qualified traffic and exposure that you're just not getting with organic post. So think of social mirror ads as taking your strongest social media content, repurposing it, and then giving it the power, precision, and reach of digital advertising. But as I'm speaking of precision, there is one other tool that I really wanted to do deep dive with you, as it's a perfect way to show up in exactly the moment buyers and sellers are searching. So Google Ads, also sometimes called pay-per-click or Google PPC, are what allows your ad to appear at the top of a Google search engine when someone's either searching for properties or real estate agent services in their area. So you might have experienced this in your own searching when you're doing a Google search and the first couple results you see are going to have that little tag that says sponsored. Those are what those Google ads are. So for example, if you have a buyer searching luxury homes in Miami, your ad can appear at the very top of that page, right when their intent is the highest. And the best part of Google Ads is you only pay when someone clicks, which means every single ad dollar is tied directly to a consumer action. This is one of the best ways to capture those motivated buyers and sellers who already deepen that decision making and research process. We also recommend Google Ads are not a standalone tactic. Google Ads really work best when they're paired with a broader digital campaign that builds awareness, like the impression or social media ads that I just covered, because those help establish the familiarity before the buyer is even searching. So together, Google Ads and those reach campaigns really just create that full circle of a digital presence. You're seen in premium environments, you're recognized through lifestyle content, and then you're discovered exactly when buyers are ready to act. So I know I covered those three main core campaigns, but we have so many more options when it comes to digital strategy, depending on your listing, your audience, and your goals. So here's even more options we have when it comes to digital advertising. And they're all designed to really be mixed and matched. So we have paid Facebook and Instagram ads. So these are perfect for visual storytelling or property highlights. We even have LinkedIn ads. So these are really great if you're trying to build your brand, or you want to target high income professionals. We also have connected TV, which is very exciting. Think of it as a full-on TV commercial, but for streaming services. So you could have a really nice high-end commercial of your property on Hulu, Netflix, or even ESPN. We also have geofencing. Geofencing allows you to target people based on where they are. So you could do in an event or a specific neighborhood or even an open house. We also have native display ads. Very similar to impression campaign, these ads appear as part of a native article, making them feel very organic on sites and generate really high engagement. we also have personalized email marketing. These are curated, targeted emails sent to audiences based off of wealth, location, or even lifestyle. And this is just scratching the surface. We have so many options, and we know it can be a little overwhelming. So don't worry. That's why our global luxury marketing team is really here to help you with that. We want to sit down with you. We want to choose the best combination and best digital options based off of your property and your end goal. But of course, digital really is just one small part of that picture. So Mandy is now going to walk us through how we can expand that reach through our publication partners, both in digital and print.
Thank you so much, Michaela. That was such a great walkthrough of all those amazing digital options that we have. But as Michaela said, I'd like to get into some of the print options as well. Through the Coldwell Banker Global Luxury Advertising Program, you get access to some of the most trusted names in luxury media, both print and digital. We're talking about publications like Mansion Global, Robb Report, Elite Traveler, Lux Interiors and Design, and the Wall Street Journal. All publications we all have heard of and know and love. So altogether, this network includes over 35 premium titles across 6 global regions, reaching affluent audiences already engaged with luxury real estate, design, travel, and lifestyle content. What makes this program so powerful is that it gives you access most agents simply don't have on their own. These partnerships open doors to advertise in exclusive media outlets that typically require large budgets. But through our program, you gain access at negotiated, accessible rates. So here's a closer look at our full list of media partners. And this reach isn't just broad, it's targeted. Each publication speaks to a distinct lifestyle segment. So for example, Jawai, it connects you with luxury buyers in Asia. Boat International and Yachts and Yachting reach high net worth boating enthusiasts. Lux Interiors and Design attracts audiences that are passionate about design and fine living. So it's really not just about exposure, it's about alignment. You're positioning your property among the brands, the lifestyles, and the experiences that your buyers already aspire to. That's what turns an ad into a prestige placement and transforms your marketing into something truly world class. The best part, you don't have to do it alone. As we mentioned many times throughout this presentation, the Global Luxury Marketing Team really is here to partner with you at every stage. We'll help you build your target audience, choose those right publications, and manage all campaign logistics. We also serve as a liaison between you and our trusted advertising partners, ensuring that everything runs smoothly from setup to performance tracking. So you bring the listing, and then we'll bring the strategy, the execution, and the support. So as we wrap up today, here's a few recommendations and next steps on what to do next. So first, review that global marketing program brochure. We're going to throw that in the chat at the end of this presentation, so you can just click on the link directly from there. Again, this is a very extensive brochure, so just flip through all the different pages and be familiar with the different ads that we do offer, but no need to memorize everything in this brochure. Again, that's what your team is for, to help you strategize further past that brochure. And then next, set up your WealthEngine account and register for a training session. Please note that WealthEngine is for those certified luxury property specialists, and that the account activation process can take 7 business days. So we do absolutely recommend doing this before you have that listing, so that way you already have your account set up and ready to go. And then third, schedule a one-on-one ad strategy call with our team. Let us sit down and help you through this process. And then last, start thinking about your next listing. Who's that right buyer? What lifestyle are they living? And what visuals will really capture that? So now, again, as we wrap up, thank you so much for attending this workshop today. We have completed, and we will open it up for some live Q&A.
Just raise your hand.